Because during Arsenal moment, wars are suspended. Because when Arsenal plays, wars are, you guess right, suspended. That's what Arsenal brings to the world. That is what Arsenal contributes to the world. The Arsenal Football Club. And in case you're wondering, just in case you're wondering, why the show started with the Arsenal, moment today and the Arsenal Club, just in case. Well, guess what? Over the weekend, we had English Premier League games played. And by the way, I hope you had a nice weekend. I hope it worked out well for you. And I hope the start of this working week has been a brilliant one as well. But let's get on to more important things. That's what happened over the weekend. And guess what? English Premier League games were played over this same weekend that I'm referring. I must have used the word weekend like 4 or 5 times now. And I'm not referring to the weekend, the musical artist. I'm referring to the weekend, the day of the week, which falls on a weekend. You know what I mean? Google it. Google is your friend. So, EPL games were played as usual. And guess what? Was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, Sunday the 23rd. Yes. What happened? Yeah. At the Emirates Stadium, I think 5:30 p.m. was the kickoff time. It was Arsenal at the Emirates against Manchester United. The only side to have beaten Arsenal this season in a game that was quite ironic, fraught with a lot of irregularities, because nobody doubts that Arsenal in that first encounter this season was the better side. But somehow, as is the game of football, sometimes the better team loses. It's sad, unexpected, unanticipated even, but it does happen. It's football. Kind of like life as well. This time around, the enemies were hoping. Chelsea fans were hoping. Of course, Man U fans, no doubt. Even some Liverpool fans were hoping that, Arsenal would not get the victory. But guess what? The God that we serve. Oh, the God that we serve. He was working. Oh, he was on duty yesterday, Sunday. The God that we serve did not sleep, neither did he slumber. No, he did not. He is a miracle working God. Because guess what happened? Guess what happened, folks? 5:30 p.m. kickoff time. And here is not a blow by blow, but some account of what transpired. Now, in the 17th minute, Marcus Rashford, and it was a great goal. He sidestepped Thomas Partey. Yeah, the same one, Partey after Partey, the same one. He sidestepped him, 1 touch, 2 touch, boom, goal. The Arsenal goalkeeper did not see it coming. Aaron Ramsdale. And it was, people were fretting, what's going on? I said, no, just relax, calm down, and see what the Lord will do. Yeah. And it was not too long ago. It was not too long ago. Or long afterwards, more precisely. It was not too long afterwards when the situation changed. The situation changed. The Bible said that when the children of Israel, when they did what? The Bible says that they were like them that dreameth. Selah. Because it was in the 24th minute, it was Eddie Nketiah via a very, very, very nice worked cross that led to a header, boom, 1-1. And that's how the first half ended. And the enemy still. The Bible said that 1,000 shall come on your side and 10,000 at the right hand side. But lo and behold, the evil will not come near your dwelling. Can somebody say amen, please? An amen, somebody. An amen will be appropriate at this time. Second half started. You know what they say about the rejected stone being the chief cornerstone? That name sounds familiar, Saka. It sounds like a name from somewhere in Ijebu land. Or Gumosho, somewhere in the southwestern part of the country. It was Saka, or Saka, as we might call it in the southwest. In the 53rd minute, who decided if Rashford could do it, I could do something better. It was a sublime shot from outside the area, and boom, Arsenal 2, Man U 1. And the game went on. Oh, it went on. And it went on, and it went on. And Man U did not want to die. Because Martinez, in the 59th minute, somehow, it was a nice attempt at goal, and it was a good header. It was obviously how do I put it? It was a commendable effort, really, because he took quite a lot. He literally threw his head at the ball, and boom, went over. I think it was Gabriel into the Arsenal goal, 2-2. And once again, the village people were on hand, celebrating that Arsenal was going to draw points yesterday. They were excited. They were delirious with pleasure. And I just said, no. If you will be the God of Abraham, if you be the God of Isaac, if you be the God of Daniel, Shadrach, and Abednego, you cannot let this happen. And the game went on. And in what? It was the 90th minute plus one. And the Arsenal side kept pressing, kept playing the most sublime football you ever saw in your life. The passes were crisp. The touches were fantastic. The handling on the ball, the movement off the ball was spectacular for 90 minutes straight. And when everyone thought it was over, Arsenal went for one last hurrah. And the ball was launched in, I think it was from, what's the name again? No, the left back. It was the left back. What's his name again? Zinchenko. That's his name. You know, and it was in there. And Eddie Nketiah did a taekwondo roundhouse Ken Ryu Shuriken roundhouse kick. That's what it was. It was the taekwondo Ken Super Street Fighter Ryu Shuriken roundhouse kick. And the ball was in the net. That's what it was. In the net. To make it Arsenal 3, Manchester United 2. And that's how the game ended. It was Arsenal 3, Manchester United 2. And Arsenal got all 3 points on the day. God did. That's it. God did. I'm telling you, folks. That's a perfect example of God did. You know, it was incredible. It was a great game, and everyone's excited about it. Everyone is. Chelsea fans couldn't help themselves. They were jumping for joy. Man U fans, yeah, they suffered for a bit, but they're excited. They couldn't help but imagine that. So a football team can play like this, and they're excited. Even Man U fans are celebrating right now. Liverpool fans are wondering, this is how we used to be. So they're longing to get back to what we are right now. It's incredible. Everybody just loves Arsenal at the moment. Everyone. Even Man City are hoping they can play like us right now. It's incredible. So folks, everyone, everywhere. And I have a gazillion messages over here via WhatsApp already. Literally. I can't read all of them. But here is the thing. Everyone is waiting for this. Everyone is asking for this. World leaders are expecting this. Even criminal masterminds are waiting for when this is going to happen. The moment we've all been waiting for since yesterday, Sunday evening, the Arsenal moment. And to all the wonderful guys that passed place, this one's for Taiwo and all the other diehard Arsenal fans over there, and Dr. Intia and all the other diehard Arsenal fans on the official Arsenal group here in Port Harcourt. Enjoy this one. today's rant comes up, and then before the rant, I might tell you what to expect on today's edition of the show, a preview of what to expect on Hard Facts today, and discussions continue all the way to 7 p.m. Thank you very much. Stick around, won't you? I'm sure you will. I'll be right back in a moment. Just stay with us, if you will.
Hard Facts with Diode.
Round for just today. It's 27 going past 3 p.m. There's a couple of things in my mind. I'll be expressing my thoughts on one of them, and you have a chance to express your take on mine all the way to 4 p.m. Please endeavor to do so via the usual channels. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. We're live on Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. Number to call at the appropriate time is 0700 923 0923. All right, so let's get on with it then. By the way, before I get to today's rant, a quick, very, very, very quick preview of what to expect on the show today. So I got side comments, I got the rants coming up, and then after my rant at 4 p.m. We got business news, and then let's see what's next. New narrow note is here to stay. It seems that way because the CBN today is to meet with POS agents, supermarkets, eateries. We here are rejecting the old note. So what's the update? What's the update for the currency notes, which is generally 31? What's going on with that? We'll look at that in the 4 o'clock hour. I'll have a guest for that. Michael Lugba, CEO, Citiamo Technologies Limited, joins me for that conversation. Taking us to 5. The news already comes up at 5 o'clock. And in the 5 o'clock hour, or precisely at 5:30 p.m., because the early conversation might take us to 4:30, because at 5:30 p.m., there is some suggestion that Igbos are in River State. Once again, some suggestion that Igbos in River State are in support of the Senator Magnus Abe's candidacy to be, or aspirations to be, the next governor of River State. I'll be speaking with some representatives of the Igbo community who hold that position in the 5 o'clock hour between 5:30 and 6 p.m. And while they hold this position, and if truly they are representative of the Igbo community here in River State, that comes up between 5:30 p.m. and 6 p.m. Now, 6 we got major news coming up, and a review of all of these matters after that during the open season segment till about 7 o'clock when we wrap this up as far as today's edition of Hard Fact is concerned. But let's get on with today's rant now. Like I said, something in my mind. I'll be expressing some thought in it, and I'd very much like to get your take on mine, all the way to 4 p.m. Now, just as in the half hour was dedicated more or less, and rightly so, ingeniously so, if you will, to the Arsenal moment. The fact of the matter is, while you may consider that somewhat pedestrian, there is quite a lot. There is quite a lot. If you take time to study the Arsenal Football Club, there is a lot that can be learned from the Arsenal Football Club. Really. We are in a time and season. We are, once again, in a time and season. And you know how the Bible says that God uses the foolish things of the earth to confound the wise. You know what I'm talking about. You go to church every time. You are a church goer. You like to go to church. You pay your tithe and your offerings. And that's a good thing, by the way. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. God uses the foolish things of the earth to confound the wise. Kind of like Arsenal. The Arsenal Football Club has gone several seasons, 10 seasons or thereabouts, give or take, at least, thereabouts, without winning the English Premier League title, or being a club that's not been reckoned with. Shockingly so, I must add, shockingly so, because as far as blue bloods go, as far as royalties go, with reference to the English Premier League, Arsenal Football Club is royalty. Really. Not even the Man Cities of this world, not even the Chelseas of this world can compare to the royal status of Arsenal as far as the EPL is concerned, if history is anything to go by. But of course, we understand we are in the day and age of TikTok, when people, what matters to a lot of people are TikTok challenges, even though they make no sense at all. That's the world we are in right now. People care about how many people like their pictures on social media, or how many people are, the substance to a person's life is how many people are following you on social media. It's incredible, really. It's incredible times we live in these days. But that's how the world is. And that's why the world seems to have forgotten Arsenal. And Arsenal Football Club became the butt of jokes. Arsenal Football Club became material for banter, as they say on social media. Banter. But guess what? Yesterday, the situation changed. But my rant today is not about Arsenal Football Club. No, it's not. I'm just trying to draw a lesson from the situation. And what is the lesson? Times have changed. Write that down in your notepad. Write it down. Get a pen right now. If you're not holding the pen, get a pen. Get a notepad. Write it down. Type it onto your phone. In the notepad of your phone, your phone has a notepad application. Search for it. If you've never used it before, it's somewhere there on your phone. Search for it. Write it down. Times have changed. And this message is not for you or for Arsenal fans or Chelsea fans who are suffering right now, and rightly so, by the way. This message is primarily to you as well, but primarily to Nigerian politicians, that times have changed. And the people are wiser now. For a long time, Arsenal and Arsenal fans suffered. The same way for a long time, Nigerians suffered. Yeah, Nigerians suffered. And you did the same shenanigans when elections were approaching. You shared rice. And you shouted all kinds of things. And you were screaming here. I don't know why. So I understand your shenanigans better now. And the people will deal with all those politicians who want to use these same shenanigans to hoodwink them as far as these elections are concerned. Now, I don't know who those politicians are exactly. You know, I can't say that I know particularly. But we've got reports of our news, allegations, whether they are real or imagined, whether they're actual incidents or they are cooked up, because that's another tool that politicians engage for elections. And don't be deceived, by the way, many times they make up things as well. They make up things. Oh, they do actually. They make up things. They lie. They engage propaganda. Many times false propaganda in a view to push a certain narrative. But once again, whether it's real or imagined, all of these talk about violence in this year's elections, especially in and some majority
by all the arresting all those connected to the GMT community. Attention is incredible information of further notorious plots to attack some leaders and candidates of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State.
Also, the Accord governorship candidate in Rivers State, Dumo Lulubriggs, says this political party would not be deterred by attacks. Now, Lulubriggs said this while speaking of Saturday's attack on his campaign at Igboiche.
People must be allowed to campaign. We will not be deterred. People must be allowed to campaign, It's not by violence. It's not by, attacking people's offices, convoy, and the rest. These things must stop. I mean, it's not a kangaroo state, I mean, we have a country. I've tried to reach the Commissioner of Police. I've not been able to get him, but I'll send him a message, by text. I hope that he will get my message, and then call me. I'll keep trying him. The governor has to call his boys, hold a meeting with all his chairmen, and give them firm instructions. Right? Because, the buck stops, on this table.
No, he said the incident left his bulletproof vehicle damaged.
First of all, we got a very, damning report that this morning our party secretary was attacked by organized, PDP gang, organized, by the chairman of the council. So we're around to go. We had to go around, to go to see what was going on at our secretariat. On our way there, the same boys, opened fire. They attacked us, destroyed our vehicle. You can look at my car. They shot at my car, through pebbles. My whole glass is shattered.
Exactly. It's once again, whether this is true or not, because like I mentioned earlier on, politicians make things up sometimes. They have a knack for doing that. They can't help themselves. But very important or critical or crucial to this conversation, precisely today's rant, the Nigerian Police Force Rivers State Command should be up and doing. Because if an allegation is false, that in itself is a false allegation is a crime as well. So, in your investigating Rivers State Police Command, if people have leveled false allegations and your investigation concluded that it is false, people should be sanctioned as well. So, if somebody says that somebody led a delegation, as has been alleged, as accusations have been thrown around, that the chairman of a particular local government area belonging to a certain party led people who came to blow up or throw dynamite or bombs or whatever at a campaign, that is an allegation. And false allegation should bear some consequence. So investigations must include the veracity of the allegations, and if the allegations are false, as could possibly well be the case, the persons who made the allegations must be sanctioned as well. So it's not enough to say, oh no, there was no explosion, nothing happened, it was just a simple disagreement between community youths. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe. How about the person or persons who made the allegations? But irrespective of what politicians will do, I'm talking to you right now. Not you, Honorable, not you, Excellency. You guys will keep bombing yourselves, and I wish you the best. However, to you, my fellow Nigerian, don't be deterred by real or imagined threats of violence. It's the same shenanigans. They can't help themselves, really. These are the people who want to die to serve you. But once they eventually win elections, the number you can reach them on right now will suddenly not exist. The threats of violence, once again, is the same script they recycle every 4 years. Don't let that deter you from playing your part in this year's elections. It's just a plot they're trying to use to make you feel that they will destroy something, they will blow something up. There's nothing really. There's emptiness in it. Emptiness. Get your PVC. I imagine you have it already. Go and vote. Go out there and vote. I can't bomb anything. All they're doing right now is just, real or imagined bombing, whatever it is. Go out and vote. And to Honorable Bomber, an Excellency Grenade out there. We've seen this before. We're not unaccustomed to your attempts, real or imagined, to blow things up. But this time around, if your expertise is blowing things up, assuming that's your case, the electorate will blow you up as well with the PVCs. The electorate, like Arsenal, and that's the lesson. You see, I told you it was a lesson. Like Arsenal has been blowing people up lately. Like Arsenal blew Man U up yesterday. The electorate will blow you up with their PVCs this time around. And I get an amen to that. The electorate will blow you to smithereens this time around. This election year. You can get your boys and all of that. The electorate are more than your boys. If I compare to the electorate, your boys are insignificant. Your boys do not matter. Your boys cannot be seen. The electorate will use their votes, their PVCs, and they will blow you and your boys to smithereens. They will. They will. No threat of violence, real or imagined, will determine the voters, or can or should deter you from going out to cast your vote. Your future depends on it. Don't let one ruffian who calls himself honorable, and his only claim to being an honorable, whatever that means these days, by the way, is that he can threaten to blow something up. On that note, I end my rant. Thanks for listening. Let's get your take on mine. 0700 93 093. We're live on facebook.com/NigerianForPH. We're live on Twitter at NigerianForPH. Let's get your take on this at this time. I've got some minutes to go before 4 p.m. Hello? Hard fight to welcome. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Hi, go ahead.
This matter has been talked about since the weekend. My name is Robin Maga, the farmer. And I want to say that it's unfortunate what is going on in the River State. I have said for often time that the elders of the state, all the divides, religious bodies, all of them, international institutions, they should rise to call the players to order. I have said this for often time. But today, I was coming along the road from a place called Sokoto to pick up material for my farm. My vehicle broke down. I pulled over and took the material to the farm, only for me to get back there later in the day with my mechanic to recover my car. I saw my front windshield. Whether it's a bullet, whether it's a stone that resembles iron, I do not know. My windshield of my car is shattered.
Wow.
I give God the glory. I am talking because as I speak with you, I am sure across River State, not less than 1,000 people know who is talking to you. I'm like a calf that cannot be eaten a secret. Hold on, just a moment. If you can hear me, and I'm sure you can hear me. I empathize with you with what happened to your car, but what does that have to do with the real or perceived threat of electoral violence with these elections? Well, is the threat you're talking about now the allegation as it is?
No, what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that crime exists even before the elections. A car, as you alleged, a bullet or a stone could have been thrown at your car. So what does that incident have to do with the election situation?
The point I'm making is that voice you played about the voice of Dumbo, the governor.
Once again, you cannot liken. Obviously, there's no connection between the two. I empathize with you once again. Thanks for calling in, and I hope you're able to resolve that situation. Thanks for your contribution. 0700 923 093 is the number to call. Hello, Hot Factor. Welcome. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Hi, go ahead.
Is it something this afternoon that if a person gives false information, the person faces the law? I was expecting PD.
My 0700 93 093 wants to go and join me via facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH, joining via Twitter as well at Nigeria Info PH. Hello, Hot Factor. Welcome. Please go on.
Hello, good afternoon, Dayo.
Hi, go ahead.
Thank you, Dayo. This is Miriam. Dayo, I don't know what is happening really. Why is the political terrain in River State getting so tensed up? What's the problem? These hoodlums, this political world, do they not see that the pattern of politics is changing? Do they not see that it's issue-based politics that is going on? Let them look at Obi. Do they not see what is going on? They are still bringing this old pattern. Do they not know that this old pattern doesn't work again? Everybody has wise. Everybody has this. In fact, they are spoiling things for themselves. And when they say it's PDP, I really want them to bring up proof if it's really PDP. And if it's PDP, I'm really disappointed. They are disappointing their fans. Do they not know that they have sensible and reasonable people in PDP? They should come up and stop all this nonsense. If really they are the ones, but I really want to see evidence. They should stop all this nonsense. Everybody is eligible. All river sons and daughters are eligible to vote in the state. They should allow everybody to be free. So what this thing they are doing, don't they know they are spoiling things for their candidates? This thing is not, it does not go well. In fact, if you look at the same, their candidates, and what they are doing, it doesn't tally at all. The man looks like a very quiet and responsible person. What is happening? All right, Dayo. Thank you.
You're welcome. How about it? Let's get to it. Once again, 0700 93 093. About the at 4 o'clock. We've got business news coming up. Let's see. Good afternoon, Diet. Please tell them, well, if they have, yes, let them hear. That's wrote to me from Igbo Iche. I'll get to all this in a moment. Hard facts. Melody goes, the most worrisome aspect concerning the political attacks is the constant one-sided position of the police. The governor shouldn't make us feel he's jittery. The evil we break today will haunt us tomorrow. The justice we seek at the center should be replicated here. Remember, the likes of Secondus, Lee Maba, were supporting Wike when APC supporters were attacked in 2019. But today, similar attack they defended in 2014 and 2019 are befalling them. Condemn attack anytime because it might befall you tomorrow if the table turns. Hello, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Hello, Dayo. So as I was saying, commercial police should investigate that matter. If the information is wrong, you prosecute them. Yesterday, I watched AIG yesterday. That more bridge convoy. At AIG, I saw people throwing stone on that convoy. It's there on the television. Commercial police should have investigated that matter. Do an arrest. Try people. That if nobody is prosecuted in this matter, it will continue. It will continue. You hear the person is 215. What happened to 215? It also comes to the same thing. It's not so. If commercial police does not stop his game in River State, there's a lot of problems.
Great to hear from you, sir. Since you called him before, that's the much I'll take from you now. Hello, Hard Factor, welcome. Please go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon, Dayo.
Hi, go ahead, please.
Hello, dear King. I'm calling from Omuma. Dayo, the incident that happened in Saga in APC, after 6 hours, the River State Police Command, without due investigation, the issue had a statement that there was nothing like that. But this morning, on the morning sports price program, I heard Mr. Wobodo saying that they perceive such to happen. But what he thinks is some of his community members who are party faithful PDP members are the ones who wanted to obstruct the rally of APC. So what that is giving me concern, Dayo, is this. This is not the first time different opposition parties have been attacked in River State. No single arrest has been done. The light of Lee Miba, immediately police issue a statement. This one, immediately police issue a statement. Next what happened to only the police issue a statement without due investigation. I start to suspect if the CPN
All right, I've got a comment via Facebook. Let's see. Eco Lagos died. Obvious the River State LGA chairman are doing everything to impress the state governor. Nobody wants to be in his bad books. Oh, I don't know if that's true. I don't know, really. And that's why I'm not in the River State Police Command. But the River State Police Command, guess what, is in the River State Police Command. And that's their job, to investigate these allegations. Listen, and here is to the Commissioner of Police, the defender of rights. It's important that we nip this in the bud if there is a real threat of electoral violence, because if we cover it up, this is what is going to happen, and it's inevitable. The violence will continue to erupt, if it's real, by the way, and then someday, sometime, police officers are going to be involved as well, and there will be a headline someday that 1 or 2 or 3 police officers were killed as a result of electoral violence. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. That is, once again, if it is real. I don't know if it's real. And if it is real, this threat of electoral violence, and we are doing it, and if, being the operative term here, if we are doing a cover-up in the River State Police Command of what's going on, we are going to lose police officers eventually. It is going to happen. And then police will start cordoning off roads again, punishing the rest of us, innocent civilians who knew nothing about this, by the way, who are not the ones responsible for any violence, just trying to go about carrying out our civic responsibilities. And you are going to ignore the honorables and excellencies who may be in the operative term here, who may have or may be responsible for the violence which led to the killing, possibly so, of the police officers that may involved or caught in the crossfire at that time, if we allow things go on the way they are, allegedly at this time. And then, of course, they will be ignored. The civilians are going to pay for it. Why do we want to let that happen? Why? And if we're trying to let that happen, over what? What are we giving now? Commercial break.
The show continues after this break on Nigeria